Hello guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. Rimuru's Return to the Modern World, Tensura x Roshidere by Sysnax. Chapter 2. Why are you here? Veldanava finishes the paperwork required for the adoption and comes out of the office. Rimuru, Lucia, and Milam catch up with each other since they haven't seen each other in a long time. Rimuru, Milam, Lucia-chan, come, we are going to leave now. The three of them get up and walk towards the caretaker and Veldanava. Rimuru-chan, I'm going to miss you very much, please don't hesitate to contact me. The caretaker says with a sad smile, thank you so much again for taking care of me for all these years. Rimuru says with a smile and bows towards her. All right, you're all finished with the goodbyes, let's go. Veldanava says with enthusiasm to dispel the sad atmosphere. Bye, caretaker, and once again thank you, Rimuru says quickly before going towards the car with his new parents. The car was a black BMW Series 7 imported straight from Germany. The new family gets in the car with Veldanava sitting in the driver's seat and Lucia sitting shotgun. Both Rimuru and Milam sit in the back seat. Rimuru looks at the scenery in nostalgia, as it has been approximately 500 years since he reincarnated into a slime. The time period didn't change from when died, as it was 201x. Veldanava, how are you so rich? I know from my previous life that this car is not cheap, especially if you imported it. Rimuru starts off with the obvious. Well, this car looked nice, so we decided to get it. Lucia and I created a bit of money. Only a bit, just to start us off. We then invested it into multiple different businesses, and after about 20 years, we are now wealthy. We also asked Seal to add our names to the government registry and to create IDs for the three of us so it wouldn't be suspicious. I also got yours from the orphanage. Veldanava explains. Where do you live though? I told Seal to give me the flat right next to Masachika so I could see the story unfold in front of my eyes. We live in a nice apartment in Shibuya, but of course, I bought the flat right next to Masachika just for you. You will live on your own just like an anime protagonist, isn't that good? It's fine, I guess. Can you live with me though, because I want to be his childhood friend? I got to make that connection early. Plus it would look really bad if my adoptive parents rarely stay at home. That's fine, the house is fully furnished anyway. Lucia dear, and Milam, do you want to stay in the same apartment or just stay in Shibuya? I'm going to live with Rimuru, Milam replies with excitement. I think I will stay with you guys as well. It will get lonely without all of you. Lucia replies calmly. All right then, now that's settled, any other questions for me? Veldanava replies with a smirk. Of course, for the biggest question, why are you all here? Well, after I left the room I wanted to ask for more food, but I heard your conversation with Seal. Because of this I asked Seal if my parents and I can come as well. She agreed because she thought it would be fun. Now we can play with each other even more. Milam replies very excitedly. I see, so that's what happened. So why did you guys agree? Rimuru asks. Oh, that's because we were bored. After we reincarnated ourselves again, we didn't have anything to do as you handled everything. So when Milam asked us if Lucia and I wanted to follow you, I of course accepted. Don't worry, I won't ruin your fun. I even got Milam to accept that too. We just want to watch what you will create in this world. Veldanava replies. Good, wouldn't want you guys to ruin my vacation. I came here to relax. A.N. Straight from the anime. Masachika's apartment. Of course, I won't interfere with you. On a different note, we have arrived. Veldanava pulls into a small lane and pulls into the car park. He then parks the car behind the apartment. The four of them get out of the car and walk around the apartment to the front where the entrance is located. The apartment has a small lobby that has a small table on the right of the lobby. It also has 3 vending machines, 2 drink machines, and 1 machine with microwavable food that was on the left side of the lobby against the wall. There was 1 elevator at the back of the lobby. They all walk in the elevator and Veldanava presses the floor number in the elevator. The elevator is slightly small. The elevator stops with a ding and they all get out. The 4 walk and stop in front of a door. Well, this is it. Masachika will move here later after the fallout with the Suo family. That will probably happen in about a year according to what Seal said. Alright then. Let's go in. Chapter 3. Brand New Family. Alright then. Let's go in. Veldanava puts the key into the keyhole and turns it. He opens the door, takes off his shoes, and goes in. The rest of us also do the same and go in. Well, Rimuru, this is your home until you are 18. After that, I am kicking you out. Seriously? Nah, I'm just kidding. This house will always be yours, but I doubt you would stay here for long after high school. Rimuru just deadpans at him. Alright, just stop looking at me like that. Rimuru stops and looks around the room. The door opens to the living room and the kitchen to the right. There's an island in the middle of the kitchen and there's a shoe rack on the left side. There are a few high chairs around the island. The living room was quite spacious with a couch on the left side and a wall-mounted TV in front of it. There is a small coffee table an arm's length away from the couch and a carpet below. Under the TV there's a wall-mounted shelf with a PlayStation 5, multiple disc game boxes such as God of War and Spider-Man 2, and a Wi-Fi router on top. The walls were white and the overall color scheme of the apartment was white, brown, and beige. A little to the right of the wall-mounted TV was a hallway. So Rimuru-sama, how do you like the apartment? Veldanava asks jokingly. I mean, you have pretty good taste for someone who used to live in the Heavenly Palace. Why, of course, I made the Cardinal Universe. Furnishing a room is child's play compared to doing that. Dad, no lying. Mama just told you what to buy. She did all the work. Veldanava looks at Milam in shock while Lucia snickers in the background. Rimuru just chuckles at the whole interaction. Veldanava, you seem to forget that you couldn't be bothered to create new species or moderate the world, so you created beings just to do it for you. I mean, I wonder what did you even do while you were alive? Rimuru added salt to Veldanava's metaphoric wound. Hey, I did a lot. Ooh, you got the PS5. And the new Spider-Man game? I'm playing first. Rimuru completely ignores Veldanava and turns on the console. A beep and a subtle hum of the fans begin as the console powers on. Rimuru turns on the TV and fiddles with the HDMI input. He picks up a controller from the shelf and sits on the couch. He eventually finds the correct HDMI input and tries to log into his old PSN account. Dang, PlayStation accounts don't transfer over between universes, sigh. Rimuru says dejectedly. Of course, it wouldn't work. Just create a new account. It isn't even that hard. As Veldanava and Rimuru talk, Milam sits on the couch next to Rimuru and watches as he sets up a new profile. Lucia gets started on lunch. After a bit of time, Rimuru creates his profile and tries to find a game that they can all play together. After looking through Veldanava's library, he doesn't want to spend money yet. He finds a game called Gang Beasts. Gang Beasts is a game where you try to eliminate your opponents through any means possible, but you can only push. For example, pushing an opponent into a spike or off a building. An excellent party game. N. Personal experience not sponsored. Rimuru invites Milam and Veldanava for a game while Lucia walks to the kitchen and checks the fridge and freezer. What do you all want for lunch? Lucia asks from the kitchen. Your options are honey-glazed chicken rice or gyudon, beef bowl. I'll take a beef bowl, Rimuru says. Me too. Me three. Both Milam and Veldanava reply one after the other. Veldanava grabs a controller from the shelf and then sits on the floor using the couch's armrest as a backrest and a cushion underneath his butt. Alright everyone. Welcome to the first game off. The game we will be playing is Humans Fall Flat. Yeah, just hurry up and get the controller connected, Veldanava. Sheesh, chill out, I'm just trying to get you all excited. This is the first family game well game day. Dad, it's fine, just start. Milam complains to her father. Okay, let's just do best of 2 games. So you only need to win 2 games to win the whole thing. Lucia is a fast cook and the human body gets really hungry. Veldanava says, explaining the rules. The game starts and the map is a boxing ring. The objective to get someone eliminated is to push someone off the boxing ring. 3 characters spawn in. One character wears a mask that looks oddly like Shizu's mask. Another one has a pink cowlick and the final one wears a permanent smirk on its face. Instantly the characters with the mask and the cowlick go for the one with the smirk. Even in-game your smirk is unbearable, Rimuru complains to Veldanava. Why are you two double-teaming me? It's not fair. Veldanava retorts back. The two characters targeting the smirking character push out the target and push the smirking character over the rope. The two characters instantly start duking out once this happens, but the smirking character somehow holds on and climbs back into the arena. H. I have survived your ONSLOUGHT, prepare to be crushed. Veldanava shouts with full vigor. Shush Velda, I'm cooking and the neighbors will hear you if you shout like that. Lucia, the voice of reason, retorts, instantly silencing Veldanava. Tisk, little cockroach. I'll just have to crush you again. Rimuru replies to Veldanava's return. I'll have you know that I am one of only 5 true dragons and one of only 2 true dragon lords. Not just a mere cockroach HMMPH. Veldanava replies and pouts, but quickly brings his attention to the screen where the mask and the cowlick are duking it out. They're evenly matched, always bringing one closer to the end of the ring, but then the other quickly regaining control and fighting back. That is until an unstable variable comes in and helps out Milam. Veldanava. My daughter, I shall help you defeat my successor. Finally Dad is doing something useful. Milam replies playfully. The 1v1 situation instantly turns dire for Rimuru as he was tied with Milam, but now Veldanava is helping his daughter. The father-daughter duo gang up on the masked character, almost pushing him off the boxing ring, but Milam mistimes her combo and Rimuru notices this, instantly dodging one of Veldanava's shove and reversing the situation to where Milam gets thrown off the boxing ring. Due to how fast that happened, Milam did not see that coming and was out of the game. What? How is that fair? I misclick and then I instantly lose. It's not fair. Milam complains, but it falls on deaf ears as both true dragon lords lock in for the final showdown. For the first time since Rimuru got into this world, Rimuru uses more than 1% of his brain power trying to find every single way he could beat Veldanava in this game. Of course, his opponent is no slouch either, as the creator of the universe Veldanava needs to try just as hard to beat out his successor. They both recenter themselves and start the fight. Veldanava goes on the offensive where he attempts to shove Rimuru, but Rimuru quickly drops down to dodge and just as quickly stands up, bends 90 degrees and lifts the character with the smirk off the ground, and starts sprinting towards the end of the boxing ring. Veldanava can do nothing in this situation as he desperately starts pressing all the buttons on his controller, none of it doing anything. The character with the mask quickly disposes of the character with the smirk, winning the game. Rimuru stops and puts the controller on the coffee table. He slowly turns his head to Veldanava, who was just staring in shock at what just happened. Veldanava quickly looks back at Rimuru and sees the grin he's wearing. This can't be good, Veldanava thinks to himself. So Veldanava, what happened there? I thought of all the opponents I could have faced, you would have given me the hardest challenge, but I wiped the floor with you. It was almost as if you suck. Rimuru says, adding a crappy insult at the end. After Veldanava's reincarnation into the cardinal world, the two of them always had a frenemies relationship where they would be friends, but the moment there's a competition between each other, they will compete with each other. They have done many different competitions, from games as small as rock paper scissors to whole spars in the void, to train themselves in the art of fighting and to not get rusty. Veldanava, I believe that makes it 208,546 to 208,533 to me. Rimuru continues with the grin on his face getting wider. Well, even though this game was in my games library, I haven't really played the game. I just bought it for Milam's school friends to play with each other when they come here for play dates. So I haven't practiced. Veldanava, you do realize that I just got to this world literally today. You have no excuse. Plus I'm rusty for 500 years. I haven't touched a game console in so long that I still wiped your ass in game. Well, doesn't matter, let's just do a 1v1, Milam, watch me beat your bestie. Veldanava replies back full of confidence. I don't think so, lunch is ready, so eat first before you do any more things. Lucia calls from the kitchen. The people in the living room get up and help Lucia set the table and food. They sit down on the high chairs of the island, both Milam and Rimuru needing help getting up as they are only 10 years old and are very short. Just wait till my growth spurt. Seal already gave me a god body, then you won't have to carry me to the chair just to eat. Rimuru sulks. Rimuru-chan, it doesn't matter. I don't mind helping you. I'm sure we'll have wonderful memories from now on. Lucia says cheerfully. Milam and Veldanava both agree with that statement with a nod and smile. Thank you so much, Lucia. You're like the mother figure I had in the cardinal world, hee. That makes me very happy to hear you say that. Lucia replies with a warm smile. Okay, enough with that. Let's start eating now, Milam says excitedly with drool coming out of her mouth. The family eats together while talking about some experiences in the cardinal world. Eventually, they all finish their food. Wait, Veldanava, can I see the adoption document? Sure. It's right here. Veldanava looks into his subspace storage and pulls it out. He hands it over to Rimuru. Why do you need it though? Let me just look through it. On the document is the information. Name: Rimuru Nava. Age: 8. Birthdate: the 7th of November 20XX. Gender: male. City of residence: Tokyo, Shibuya. So you chose your last name to be Nava? Rimuru asks. Yeah, I guess. I didn't know what to put, so I just chose that. Veldanava replies. You could have totally picked out a sick surname like, say, I don't know, Tempest. Hey, Nava sounds much cooler. Like an energy source that hasn't been discovered yet. Rimuru disagrees with that statement but couldn't be bothered to argue back. So I am now Rimuru Nava. Is your name Veldanava with no surname, or Velda first name and Nava last name? Just Veldanava, no surname. That seems fine. The conversation stops there and Rimuru takes all the plates to do the dishes. Rimuru, we need to go shopping for new clothes. You only have that kaori and shorts, right? Lucia asks. Well, yes. Rimuru replies. Great. Let's go shopping after this. Lucia says with excitement. Rimuru can smell the pain from a mile away.